Welcome to the first episode of Unwind. I'm Vidhi.
And I'm Shreya.
And with us today we have Arushi.
And Nathan, popularly known for his skills in MUN and was a section for the mini MUN 2.0 and nowadays seems to be extremely passionate about art. We're so excited to have Nathan.
Yes. And Arushi Mal. She also has an Instagram account called Attraversiamo and was the Public Relations Secretary in the Middle School Student Council in the year 2019 to 2020. She's also interested in drama and art. We are so excited to have them with us today.
Thank you guys for having
Yes, thank you
both
so
of
much
us. Yeah.
for having us.
So, why don't you guys tell the viewers a bit about yourself?
Yeah, I am Arushi and I go to Pathways World School and I'm going into grade 11 currently and I'm very excited to be here right now.
Thank you.
We're so excited to have you.
Right. Yeah. So my name's Nathan Upaturu. I'm 15. I'm going to go to grade 11 in about 2 weeks. I do art and I speak. That's great.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to be starting off this week's episode with an interview for both of you. So the first question is for both of you. How do you manage the stress? You know, your extracurriculars, your own project, and in Arushi's case, the student council.
In the beginning, or for the most part, actually, I was pretty bad at dealing with the stress on my own. Like, I get very anxious about everything and overthink everything in my life. So I feel like that was a major cause of me overstressing. I kind of like calmed down a little bit and I realized that I have to plan everything. Like, I started dealing with the pressure towards the end better by meeting my deadlines. And yeah, I feel like just meeting your deadlines and having all of that planned out is what kind of helps you deal with the pressure and the stress of everything you have to do.
So how Arushi said about meeting deadlines, I definitely can't say that I have been good with that in the past. I think one of the important things is you have to prioritize what's going to take the most time, what's going to take the most amount of effort from you. And one of the things that I do is I start with what's going to take me the least amount of time, so that when I slowly build up to these other projects that I have, I gain this momentum and it just kind of finishes towards the end.
What do you do when you just feel overwhelmed with everything?
Yeah, with like PP, exhibitions.
It's very important, you know, in the middle of all this planning, to take out time honestly for yourself and do something that you genuinely enjoy doing. Do something that makes you happy, and I feel like that is really important, to just take some time out in the middle for that.
Now, I'd agree with that most definitely, but like if you also include stuff like that definitely gives you like relief and rest from like these monotonous day-to-day tasks, about finishing assignments, doing personal project, like I think you guys are as well. So if you simply just take like maybe like an hour, half an hour, like maybe sleep even. Like if you sleep that amount of time, like you'll wake up and you'll be like, yes, I'm going to get this done. And then you'll be ready for those next few hours and you'll be like absolutely focused to finish what you've just started. And I think getting rest is one of those things that, you know, kind of revitalizes your...
I do agree with that. Like a short cat nap is very important, especially because I've had a lot of sleepless nights and naps have really been my best friend when it comes to dealing with stress.
I think we can all relate to that in some way. Another question, which is very, you know, commonly asked. Where do you want to go to college? Or
I have to say that unlike probably a large percentage of people in our grade and the grade above, I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to be doing in the next 3 years. I'm basically torn apart between two ideas, between art and something related to business. And I can't really pin down on something that contrasts so much as art and business.
Well, as for me, this time in quarantine has given me plenty of free time to have a lot of panic attacks about this. So I was like, I must sort of sit down and decide what I really want to do. Pretty much decided on clinical psychology as my career option, and I do plan on pursuing a bachelor's in psychology from hopefully UCL. That's like my dream college, and I've really always wanted to go to the UK and study there. So,
you know, I really respect that you guys have something set in mind. Like it gives you like a goal to achieve, whereas I don't exactly have much of a goal.
I'm pretty
Go
sure
two
you'll get
separate
there.
ways.
It takes time, honestly.
everyone has their own speed. Like everyone takes their own time to
Exactly.
come to certain realizations.
How do you guys manage between school life and personal life?
I feel like the things that I do in school are very merged to my personal life, because like everything that I do in school, I'm generally doing it with my classmates and with like juniors and you guys. And you guys are what my social life comprises of. Like my school is my major social life. So I feel like doing these initiatives like Mini MU, and personally, it didn't really feel like work or something that I had to do. Like I did the Mini MUN with Nathan, and I feel like that was like a really good time for like us to, bond over. Like we used to sit together and plan things, and I feel like most of my social interaction I was getting from that. And even the student council, and then of course like family time at home, that's like a major part. Like I love spending time with my sister, and I just, like I get to do that a lot at home. So that's how I mostly get my social interaction in.
I think definitely, like as you said, school largely is a large part of my personal or social life. If I say like I have more friends out of school, I couldn't really say that, because as IB students, we don't exactly have that kind of time. But definitely, like if you're managing between school life and social life, there's definitely one part of it that your social life is a part of your school life. Sorry, the other way around. Your school life is a part of your social life. So you'll have friends in school, and like they'll be really close, and like these guys will be the ones to help you out with schoolwork or with personal issues that you have to let out a bit of time for yourself and your family and your friends.
That's very interesting, considering you guys have experienced 10th grade and now we're going to experience 10th grade. You guys
So
are saying.
fun.
So I have a question for Nathan, and we're going to get a bit more deeper. You guys have been very generic, I would say, up till now, all influential, and we're going to do this. So Nathan, I'm going to go hit right at the point. I'm sorry. But Nathan, I was a part of the entire Mini MUN thing. As much as you don't want to speak about it, we're going to make you speak about it. Like, what were your views in the entire thing? Like, what do you think of it now that it's all done and dusted?
So the Mini MUN started out as an idea from, I think, Maurya. And I definitely respected that. It was a good idea because we needed it, because like there's only these few handful of students, 10-15 students, like from, if I'm being honest, that's not much that a school can show for being MUN participants. And being someone who's really close to Skillsphere, who handles all the MUN things in India, we should definitely have more people who can do MUNs and publicly participate in MUNs. So the idea was to have an MUN that would teach grade 6 and 7 and partly grade 8, encourage them to speak more in such events, and basically start it out in a small event like this. How I reached up to a point where I was a Sec 10 was something I definitely wouldn't have imagined when the idea first started out. It was Maurya's, and it was definitely expected to be his event. And I think we would be often talking to Rohini ma'am about the committees, how it's going to happen, the dates, the budget, the funding, all of that. And it just, we got these people. Like I would sit down in classes during breaks and sit with people who I thought were potentially good additions to the conference, who would be the organizing committee. I think over time there was definitely a bit of a clash between Maurya and Shaurya, both who had their own different views about different committees and agendas, and both also having separate agendas in them, which I'm not going to talk about. I think on the side, Rohini ma'am or whoever the teachers were, they just saw like a different motive in them, and I don't want to sound like that guy. They saw me as probably like the better option to avoid any of these clashes between either of the participants.
So they saw you like, as a neutral. On that note, have another question for the both of you. So what was the main point in your MYP journey where you realized, like, when did it hit you that you were like actually growing up, you had to start thinking about college, your extracurricular everything, and your grades started mattering more?
For me, I think it was towards like in beginning of 10th grade. So my form tutors had actually asked me to make a personal profile, which is the PPT of all the things that you've done. I sat down one day at home and I was like, okay, let's finally get down to this. And I started writing things, and I realized that of course I had initiatives and stuff, but I realized that this is my first step towards like my career and like my future life, and this is the first step that I'm making a personal profile that will eventually turn into a resume, that will eventually turn into a college application, and eventually I will turn up somewhere in some other country, studying and taking courses and electives and things like that. That's when it finally hit me that, oh, I'm growing up, and I should, like this is not just middle school anymore. Like I'm actually growing up. I'm taking my first few steps in my career life. I should actually pay more attention and genuinely get more serious about everything. So I think that was it for me.
For me, like as you said, I think you said 10th grade when it hit. Like I have to say it was much earlier for me, but I didn't actually make much of a difference for myself until probably 9th and 10th grade. In 6th grade, I realized that I was halfway through school. Okay, there was no more of that PYP exhibition, no more of that, the small subjects that we did in primary school, none of that anymore. And 6th grade was the point where, like, halfway through school, you're gonna have to start doing something. I didn't do anything until 8th grade. So 8th grade, it was like kind of a point where there's 4 years left in school. What are you going to do? And I think that was the point where I actually started doing these MUNs, public speaking, and actually, it's like I think that was the time I actually branched out into this idea of me doing art as well. And I do these small little doodles projects and stuff for art class as well. I think that's between 8th and 10th grade is probably the point where I realized that I actually need to pull up my socks and do something for myself.
That's very interesting, I must say. But I have one more question for both of you. So your batch right now is, like, I would say, the most interesting batch. And I would say your batch is very diverse. Like, you have those type of people that really want to study really hard, and then you have those people who are extremely talented in arts and music and this and drama and movie making and filming. So how do you guys deal with that? Like, how do you guys find the right amount of friends? How do you balance everyone in your batch? How is it? How is your batch? Give us like a insight into your batch. How does it feel to be a part of it?
I feel like you said, our batch is a very diverse batch in terms of the people and the personalities and what they want from life. And I think like everything you do and everything one does in life in general, you find a small group of people. Like, of course, everything that you do, with like your initiatives and your work, depending on what you're doing, you will have to interact with different types of people depending on what you're doing. Like with my student council, I interacted with like very different group of people, like group of very serious minded and like we must study at all times, versus like when I like interact like with my art class, I feel much more free, or with my drama class for that matter, I feel like much more like I have creative people surrounding me and stuff like that. And I feel like, so whatever you do and whatever initiatives and stuff you do in school, you will be surrounded by different types of people, and that's how you kind of find your small group of people, and how like how you can find someone that like someone or two people or three people, a small group of people that you can truly fit in with them. And I feel like the more you interact with people in your career, the more you will find your kind of people. And that's what I did. Like, and plus I've been in this school personally for like a lot of years. I've been in this school since first grade. So I feel like I've had this batch with me for a very long time, where new people have come in and my friends have gone, and like people have joined back. So I think in between all of that, like I found my lifelong friends. So yeah,
That's really nice. How about you, Nathan?
So I have to say that when you become a part of this batch, if you join, you'll see like a large variety of people who have different talents and skills. Like you said, when you see like these different people who do different things, like some like Moria does this film stuff, and let's say someone does this art thing that's completely new, and you see that like these people are doing completely different things, and it gives you like the inspiration, the motivation to do something that's completely new to the batch, right? So I could bring in something like designing like an architectural project or something like that. It could bring in like this new aspect of something that no one has done before in the grade, and the grade will completely accept it because it's completely new and everyone does new things in the grade. And I think also another thing is, like you could, like Arushi said, like a diverse range of friends. So I could be friends with someone who's like a completely philosophical intellectual, and I could be friends with someone who like an art student as well, like Arushi, and I can't get these examples right now, and someone who's like a math nerd. Okay, like someone like it completely ranges, and it doesn't matter like about these differences, because I think at the end like all these diversities, it helps you kind of bond in the end, because like you get to know about each other's things, and at the same time you use their knowledge to whatever extent that their knowledge rubs off on you. You can use that same stuff in whatever what's your niche. whatever you do, and I think that fits really well for if you want to develop on whatever you do.
That's very
That's great.
And sorry,
And I
I'd like to add. I'd like to add one more thing. Like Nathan said, I feel like the whole, when you have such a diverse group of people, you always have that thing that I want to bring a little bit of me into this, and how to do that. So I feel like that is a very good, like, motivating factor to be your own person and bring out that sense of individuality. Like I feel like everyone brings something new to this grade, something that's just so very personal to them, and I feel like that bonds everyone a little bit closer, and that just makes everyone that much more individual at the same time. So I feel like that's very good and creates like this nice little sense of camaraderie, but at the same time being your own person. So
Yeah, that's
Wow.
I get that totally. And it's just one last, it's not exactly a question, it's just like, what do you think about this? So I'm speaking as someone who's moved a lot growing up, a lot. And it's really affected me in the person that I am today, because different experiences they build you as a person, they build your character, they change how you view things, because you get different perspectives with each place you move to, or in that case with each school you go to, because the environment could be completely different in that case. So for both of you, saying like Arushi has been in the same school since first grade, which is wow. And I think Nathan's moved a few schools in his time here.
I've been here since third grade as well, so not much.
Oh
of a
wow.
difference.
So you've both been in the same school for quite a while. So you've kind of, grown with the school. How would you feel, like, you're gonna graduate in like, a couple of years. What are your feelings? Like, if you start thinking about it now, what do you really feel that you would feel on your graduation day?
See, like, my relationship with this school, like you said, has been it's so long and so, like, it's very woven together. Like everything I do, like I have like this sense of being a Pathwaysian in me, because I've just had it for so long, and everything that the school has, the values or whatever, like it all will be in me for a very long time, especially considering that this is the only school that I've been in, from first grade to hopefully 12th grade. And that's it's been like my entire school journey has just been from this one school. So I have a very deep attachment to the school, the teachers, the staff members, everything. And I personally don't want to think about the day that I will be graduating and going to this completely new place. And that right now sitting here, I can't even say where, so I can't even start preparing for it and overthinking that. So I do feel like I will be very very emotionally torn apart by the fact that I will be leaving this place that I've been going to for so many years and going to a completely new place with new people and new values. So that's always there. Plus my another thing is that my mom also works in this school, and she's been working for an even longer time that I've been studying here. So I feel like everything I do just has this sense of pathways. Like even at dinner parties, we somehow always end up a discussion about pathways. So I will definitely miss being a part of that, and to be able to say that I'm still in that school and I don't go to some other place. So
Yeah, I was also going to come to your mom. Before Nathan, I want to ask one more thing to Arshi. Having a mom work at where you study is like, it's weird. Like I can't imagine that.
Yeah, like if you do something bad, does she get to know before you can tell her, or like it's every day parent teacher meeting, or
what's the equation? Like, give us a realistic look into it.
Yeah, weirdly enough for me, you have like these stereotypes about having your parents work in the same institute that you go to. I feel like I've never really felt that with my mom, maybe because my mom's parenting style is just to, kind of give me my own freedom and my own space in school, because that's supposed to be your own space, and she never wanted to sort of interfere with that. So she stays very, distant in school. I remember I had a phase in 6th grade where I used to be like, I'm not even looking at you if you come near me, because you're not my mom when you're in school. But I mean, I feel like if you start meeting each other in school every day, eventually you have to come around to the fact that she is your mother and you can't really ignore her in school. But I've never really had that whole every day is a parent-teacher meeting and, teachers going behind my backs and ratting me out, be like, oh, she's a bad girl, please. So I've never really had that. And my mom's always made sure to, be a part of my school life only in when she's required and stuff like that. She's never really sort of interfered in the whole equation. So Thank you, Mom.
We have another 2 segments. Okay, this finishes up the interview part of our podcast. And now we're gonna have like a rapid fire round, which Shreya's gonna be asking, and a quarantine round. I know, I'm so funny.
Maybe prepare this rapid fire for you. And again, considering this entire interview, I've just asked controversial questions, and Vidhi's been like the nice person asking sophisticated questions. You know how the rapid fire is gonna go.
I tried. I'm just gonna put it out there. I tried making them like not as controversial as they were.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. We'll see how this
It's
goes.
okay, we love a little controversy.
Yeah.
I kind of zoomed in with the MUN and the diverse and
Yeah,
tried to get, but yeah, okay. Okay, so Nathan, make sure to be really rapid and just don't think.
At the top of your head, don't think. Just
Alright,
whatever
alright.
comes, don't think of the consequences. This is like a safe space right here.
So Vidhi, I'll do the first and then you do. Okay. Decide a profession for the following people. Moria.
A director,
Good. Gia.
a journalist,
Rehan.
a chemist,
Khushi.
a biologist,
Nandini.
a psychologist.
Sorry, Suja.
Oh no, I don't know this. Okay. Oh, crap. Okay. Sorry. Whoever listens to this, I'm gonna say dancer.
What is some advice you'd like to give to the following people?
Alright.
What's up?
Oh, I have no advice to give him. He's absolutely set for life.
Tyra Kumar.
Do your thing. Don't do stuff you're not supposed to do, and chill, but not too much.
Okay. Shaurya Pawar.
Which Shaurya? Pawar. Okay.
Yeah.
Chill out. Don't be mad at me. We're all friends.
Okay. Vidhi Chana.
Don't stress out too much. Everything will fall into place.
And Shreya Suri.
Don't dig for stuff that's been talked about and isn't new anymore.
And if you could have any superpower in the world, what would it be and why? This is for both of you.
Mind reading. Well, A, because it helps me with my profession. I will literally be the world's best psychologist. And also because I think it's just a fun thing, you know, like I don't have to overthink everything. I can just be like, I know what you're thinking, so like, don't even.
Okay, I don't know if this counts, but let's say an instant money maker. Either that or invisibility.
Why did I not think
Very
of the money making
different
thing? Is that a
abilities.
superpower? Is that even a superpower? I mean,
I doubt it. He said
if
money
it is,
maker.
can I switch my answer to the money making thing?
Okay, now we have a quick who's most likely to out of the both of you.
Alright.
Yeah, whoever thinks you guys can get an answer, you can go for it. Both
Yeah.
of you.
Who's most likely to be sassy all day, every day for no reason?
Arashi.
Be nice for no reason.
Probably Nathan.
I get impulses to be nice randomly.
Yeah.
Bunk or just like skip out on school.
Yeah,
Me.
like constantly, like.
Probably Nathan. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Murder someone and get away with it.
Arashi, definitely Arashi.
go to an Ivy League school.
I'd like to say
None.
neither of us, but that's
Yeah,
yeah.
can. Is that an option? Can we say? Can we say that?
You can say whatever you
But
feel.
I know Nathan can do absolutely anything he actually genuinely puts his mind to. So Nathan,
Aww.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take
being
that.
wholesome.
And the next one is who's most likely to drop out of school?
None of us. I know
don't think so.
I
I
think
don't
we
think
joke
so.
around about
Mhm.
being like lacking off and stuff, but I don't think we take our stuff very seriously when we have to.
Okay, live with their parents in the future, obviously, like after college when you're working.
Hopefully Nathan.
Maybe me, but
Yeah.
I'd hope not. I'd hope not.
Yeah,
Live in a foreign country.
I think both of us.
both of us. Yeah.
Both.
We-
Get married first.
oh, definitely not me, Nathan.
With
Yeah,
a follow up of who's gonna get divorced.
Divorce.
oh, me.
So
If I ever
Arashi,
get married.
Okay. Now we have this. So Nathan and Arshi, that was your mixed rapid fire.
Yeah.
Now we have dun quarantine.
It's not really too much tea.
It's not that much tea. We're keeping it very light, okay? Because we can't have.
Fingers crossed, I guess.
No,
Um,
I'll give you the real reason. Nathan's in Vidhi's boss, so inevitably, if she does something wrong, she's done. Arushi happens to also know Vidhi very closely, so she's also inevitably done. I'm the one who's like, go for it.
She has nothing to lose.
You're spectating all the tea being
Yeah.
spilled.
Okay, so first, both of you, this is just like whatever. When I ask you, you have to say it. Just okay,
Oh,
no
okay.
thinking. First question: name one person you absolutely could not take with you on a trip and why.
Yeah, I'm saying there'll literally be arguments for everything. Whether it's going to a place to eat or something we're going to buy, straight up arguments for
I would
everything.
agree with him. Strong opinions. Good thing about him, but a little difficult when you're with him.
Okay, what do you regret doing and why?
Your biggest regret.
It could be who do you regret meeting as well, or like what do you regret doing?
And like, would you want to change it anywhere? Like, you're happy the fact that you made this mistake or this regret, and you like to keep it that way.
I would say that I do definitely regret slacking off so much in school.
Yeah, that's
Because I know, like personally, I know my potential, and everyone knows my potential, but I don't do anything about it. So I definitely say that I should stop doing that, and that's something I definitely regret doing.
like I keep thinking about the stuff that I could have, like maybe it's like a summative or a formative, or maybe even EOY to be like fair. Like I'd be like, why didn't I study for that like a week before? Why didn't I study for that like 2 days before? And then be like cramming stuff in my head like the last night, and it's massive regret.
Oh yeah, that's like
What's your biggest irrational fear?
clowns. I have a phobia of them.
I think reptiles and amphibians.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
we don't really like those, except snakes, because like I'm a Slytherin, so
So
Represent.
for life. Who is one person you genuinely die for and why?
Does it have to be from the school?
No.
Harry
Be anyone.
Styles. I would die for that man.
Oh gosh. Okay. I think. Are you talking about someone in school or like anyone outside?
Anyone.
Anyone outside as well. Okay. Crap. Okay, I'm gonna say Modi ji.
Wow. The love for our nation.
Shreya, you wanted controversy, you have it.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Gossip Girl.
Talking to people I don't like.
Oh,
That's just
general.
fake. That is just fake.
My guilty pleasure in general is gossiping. I really should stop.
Okay.
What is an unpopular or controversial opinion that you have?
Bring the 70s back, hugs and drugs for life.
Nathan?
I'm really thinking about this one. Okay, so it's unpopular opinion, right?
Or
Yeah.
controversial?
Controversial. Okay, I'm gonna say Trump's actually a good president.
I would agree to that.
Very, very
Very controversial. Love the controversy.
love it.
Okay. Okay, this is really weird, but let's just go for it. Would you rather burn to death or freeze to death?
Personally, I'd freeze.
Freeze, please.
Yeah.
Burn. I have a longing for fire.
Can you talk
Should
about
have been
that?
there at
I
the
wanna talk
Salem
about
witch
that.
trials. The
Can we
Salem
talk-
witch trials, man.
Yes, sir. If I had a cat, I would probably name her Salem. Nathan, you should have named your cat Salem.
Okay, finally, because
Oh
Shreya,
no, yes. This is our final question of this podcast, just to
what
end
is
it.
your opinion on TikTok's ban?
The TikTok ban.
Nathan,
I-
I know it's like completely out of context, so you were like, I don't care. I assume you probably don't, but actually maybe you
Okay.
are.
Honest
Okay.
opinion on the TikTok ban and TikTok in general.
Honestly, like I was in the beginning, I was like, ew, what is this trash? But then eventually, I started scrolling on TikTok and the algorithm sort of got the best of me, and it just kept showing me Harry content, and I couldn't stop staring at it, and it's really sad because I used to fall asleep to that stuff, so I can't do that anymore. So I really genuinely miss TikTok, and I hope it will eventually come back because we're not really good at following through with the whole like rules and stuff we make in this country. So hopefully TikTok will come back. like it did last time. I don't know if any of you remember when I used to be called Musically.
Oh
It
God,
came
that
back,
was
banned,
bad.
and it came back.
Its app logo kept on changing a couple of times, right? Like once they changed from Musical.ly to TikTok, then TikTok like again it changed.
It did, yeah.
Let's not talk about this.
Also,
Won't
like,
upload on YouTube.
honestly,
TikTok.
like more than the whole TikTok ban, I really like regret not buying those sunglasses of Sheen. So, you know.
I mean, what do you have to say on this entire situation?
So I have to say, like, if you remember Vine was like massive in
R.I.P.
2016,
Wine for
2015.
life.
Right
R.I.P.
now, people said that TikTok is the new Vine, and I was kind of skeptical about that. It was kind of iffy content. Like there was definitely like Vine was supposed to be funny. TikTok had that kind of vibe, but it kind of failed towards the end.
Part of it did.
Yeah, but like you'd see, like it brought this whole new range of if you look at it from the business perspective, like it brought this range of new marketing that companies could use, like, or even individuals, like you see someone like, let's say, what's her name again, Charlie something,
Charlie D'Amelio.
yeah, and Addison Rae, right? Like they get big off of this.
Yeah.
Like it's like a whole new platform, and you take advantage of it. If you get good on a new platform, like you're set. Like after that, like you get these business deals, you get these brand deals, like you're set for life. You get huge amounts of money from one post or something like that. So what I think, once you say that Modi banned it, I don't think it had a huge difference apart from a small percentage of Indians who got big off of it, but like only minor. And then if you say for people like had it for entertainment, like Arushi and the rest of you, yeah, you lost it, but like come on, we have
Instagram.
Exactly, we have Netflix,
true.
Prime Video, and all that.
I've never seen a TikTok, never opened the app, never.
Yeah, I haven't downloaded it either.
I promised
never did.
myself I wouldn't do that until
I did in
my best
quarantine.
friend, until my best friend Mahin was like, you have to do this right now, and I did, and I did
See,
not.
like
regret it.
I think we all downloaded it as a joke, like, haha, what is this?
Exactly.
And then
I
it
didn't
just got the
download
best
it.
of you.
No. I didn't
I
download it.
I was hoping for that Gen Z chaotic energy to be put into this one app, and I could just go and look at it. You know, maybe it would be another Vine. Sadly, it was not. A part of it was.
To a point,
But I was just grateful for the Harry content. I'm not even joking. So
Okay, any final words?
No, wait, I have a question. Excuse me.
Oh.
This can end in without a controversy here.
Oh God.
Okay. Well, because I have nothing to lose at the end of the day, not knowing both of you really well.
Oh God.
Well, I could say, I mean, like, I kinda know Nathan, like, I know Nathan kinda not. Like, I know the previous Nathan, the younger Nathan a bit, more than I know this Nathan. Not
Quarantine's changed everyone. I can agree.
I think it has.
I can say that.
She's not talking about that.
Okay.
Just generally, like, I've known Nathan in those 6th grade days somehow because I tried playing squash as a part of my life.
Oh, I remember that.
Maybe
Yeah.
We've had some moments. But I want to ask you guys, last question. Who do you think after quarantine, now that you've got time to think about, people that you're really, really emphatic about, like you crush really hard on, realistically, without actors and these big TikTokers and these big Instagrammers, I don't know. Realistically, in your daily life, who do you think is someone that you really missed? And it could be from the opposite gender as well. Like, who do you think someone you felt like you really wanted this person during this time?
It could be like in a friendly way. It could be in a friendly way.
Yeah, if it's in a platonic way, I'm going to go ahead and say I really miss my 2 best friends, Raja and Chahak. I know you want a controversy, but you don't really have it. I'm sorry, but yeah, I genuinely miss the 2 of them like so much because I have not been able to see them for like 3-4 months now. And
I get
really
that.
Yeah, I would have the same answer.
Also, like, I don't have it. Let's just get that out of the way. I don't have any crushes in this school. Let's just not. Let's not go into that and like my entire love life with this school. Again, I've been in this school since first grade.
That's the thing. Well, I was asking Vidya a bit about you because I don't know you too well.
I gave her like the basic facts. Then she asked me, "What's the gossip? What's the gossip?" I said, "There is no gossip."
I was like, really? Because not knowing you that well, like just seeing you as like a third person in school, I was expecting like tons of gossip. Like I was expecting.
She thought you were a mean girl. She thought you were a mean girl.
Yeah, I was like,
maybe I'm a little bit. I mean, I'm not the nicest person to be around. Like unless you're not my friend. And like I said, I do love gossiping, but I'm not that horrible a person. I don't have that much controversy around me.
Yeah.
I tend to
just
stay away from the
Does that
drama. I
mean-
don't really like it that much.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna go ahead and say that I share a best friend with Arushi. That's it.
Wait. Rewind. Please. One. Please, Nathan. Please. Rewind. Once again.
No, you want me to say that again?
Yeah.
She wants you to name the person.
No,
I
no,
think
I
we
don't
all know what
want
you
to.
want.
Yeah, this is not fair. I'm not that mean. Just rewind. What did you say once? Sorry, I lost. Like, I have bad internet. Right
I'm just gonna say that
Mhm.
I'd like to say that I share a best friend with Arushi.
Okay, now I'm thinking of the two people she said. No.
Shreya, can we just end this?
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. Any
Thank you
like
so much for
any
having
Thank
any
you for
us.
having us.
final words?
This was absolutely fun and a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. I really thought you guys were gonna make me leave this call crying or something because I hate doing anything that involves any kind of interaction.
I feel like forget Vidhi. Vidhi's been really nice. Nathan's gonna be like, he ain't even looking at me in school. I'll be here, he'll be walking like
Nah,
that.
we're good.
Yes,
Yes.
it was actually really
But
fun.
it was really good having you, and I'm so happy because I don't know you guys that well, and it was really nice to know you guys a bit better. I feel like,
Yes.
And
It
I
was
feel like
wonderful to
this
get to know
is
you as well.
this is like a great way to like kickstart the podcast and
Oh, yeah,
just
it was
thank
the
you
first one.
guys.
Yeah, so
Thank
many
you.
people like you're good like guests, and you got from us what you wanted. So
Yeah, you guys were great. This is honestly great. Thank you so much. And I'm sure like the audience, whoever they are, if they're younger, they'll probably, appreciate your insight on a lot of stuff that you
Yeah,
gave.
just do your submissions. That's it. Do your
yeah,
submissions
just
and
do
you're set.
your stuff in time, guys. It's not you can't
That's
be
all
like,
you have
"Main
to
kal
do."
de dungi." It doesn't work. Do it. Give it today.
well, thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor to have you guys with us for our first episode. This is going to be amazing. Please come back if we really need you.
Yeah,
Don't-
honestly, if they want more, if they want more, you'll have to come back.
We
Right.
definitely shall. We shall give the public what it wants.
Yes. So thank you so much. This has been
Yep.
great.
Thank you.
You guys are great. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.